We have quite a large one here within Sydney, and that's the video that you saw earlier. That was one that we held here in the city in March this year. We just held another one just recently and have another event coming up in October. So I definitely encourage you to stay connected. But it's not just limited to Sydney. Obviously, Sydney is a significant market for us, but also Brisbane, Canberra, Melbourne, Perth. These are all places within Australia, but certainly if you find yourself in an area and you're keen to connect with the alumni, we do encourage you to make contact with us. But it's not just limited to Australia. We do have very, very active communities in other places throughout the world. Just last week we held an event in London, which was extremely successful. But we have very active communities in Beijing, Hong Kong, New York, Seoul, Shanghai and Singapore as well. So it's an ever-growing community, and that's just to name a few. There's obviously some smaller ones that exist. But how do we communicate? Obviously, we use email a lot. We very rarely send things in mail. It's very hard and obviously difficult to keep track of people. So we do encourage you to get social. So follow us on our Facebook page, LinkedIn, those sorts of areas. And obviously, as a result of that, we can continue to keep you updated with opportunities that exist. So it's farewell, but not goodbye. This is just the beginning of your journey, and we do encourage you and congratulate you on getting to this point. But being an alumni with Macquarie University is a lifetime relationship, so we do encourage you to stay connected with us, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Shortly, the Deputy Chancellor, accompanied by the academic procession, will enter the graduation hall. Once they've taken their positions on stage, Advance Australia Fair will be played, and we invite you to join in the singing of the National Anthem. Would you please stand for the academic procession?
Please be seated. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Budri Gumara, everyone. Good afternoon. And Nalawa, welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here this afternoon. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bulungari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up by Governor Macquarie in 1815, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now, that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a benchmark or a model on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 240 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing but the tools they carried, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and harvested food from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. Now, these were not primitive societies, these were ancient cultures. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, no rents, no mortgages, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources needed, and they were shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained with fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So understand, this is not a dream or an ideal. This was normal life for us and for the longest time. And there's no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Clearly, there's a lot more of us, but we're a clever people and there's still much magic in the world, I believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is normally good and we are naturally a happy and healthy people. I would suggest, though, you share your gifts with the rest of us, look after the country, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident that together we can create a country and a world that we can be proud of, and one that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine now by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you and welcome to country.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, Ms. Louise Mason.
Thank you, Chris, for your warm welcome to country. Graduands, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it's my great privilege as Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University to preside at this very important ceremony. Firstly, welcome to our graduands. I hope this will be a very happy and memorable occasion for all of you. You deserve to take pride in your graduation today. Completing a degree is never easy. You need an intelligent and inquiring mind. You need determination and perseverance. You need to make many sacrifices. But that hard work has paid off, and I congratulate each of you for your achievements. Now, I know you'll probably be very nervous today, but keep in mind, I used this line for the first time last week, this is only my second officiating duty as Deputy Chancellor. I've only been up here twice. So while you only have one opportunity to make a mistake, I have many. So you will be fine. Today, I also want to welcome those of you who are sitting beside and behind our graduands as their invited guests, because you've all done well too. The very fact that you're here, invited by one of our graduands to share one of the great days of their lives, is proof positive that you've been an important influence. So family and friends, congratulations and thank you for celebrating this great occasion with us. Aside from your attendance here today, I have another important service for you to perform for our graduands. I want you to make sure that their degrees that they receive today are never put in a bottom drawer, but are always proudly displayed in a position of prominence. In other words, if our newest graduates are too modest to proclaim their success, I want you to do it for them. My husband and I graduated from this university in 1988 and 1989, and our degrees are still proudly displayed at home, even after many house moves. The ceremony that we're about to participate in is one of the world's oldest social rituals. From the time of the very first graduation in Europe, more than 800 years ago, graduates have been wearing robes similar to those worn by our graduands and participating in ceremonies just like this. Indeed, throughout history, graduations have remained a defining feature in the life of every university and its students. And they are an intrinsic part of life here at Macquarie. And today we're proud to again host this time-honoured ceremony for our newest graduates. Our university takes its name from Australia's greatest colonial governor, Governor Lachlan Macquarie, a man whose greatness and achievements were never acknowledged by his contemporaries, but only by history. We learnt at school that Macquarie was a great builder, but in my view, his greatest legacy had nothing to do with bricks and mortar. Instead, it lay in his commitment to establishing the new colony as an egalitarian society, the foundation for the modern Australian notion of a fair go for all. And it is that legacy that we here at Macquarie strive to maintain and honour. Like Governor Macquarie, we seek to transform and improve people's lives, not only of our students, but also of people all around the globe. We seek to achieve this through the educational experiences of our graduates and through the fruits of our research. From the very beginning, Macquarie University defied traditional boundaries of academia, instead pioneering new learning and teaching approaches that challenge conventional thinking. We shifted gears and empowered our students to learn in new and exciting ways. We flipped classrooms, secured leading academics, and employed new and exciting forms of technology to improve our students' learning experiences. As students, you, the graduands, helped us to enhance our collective research and knowledge and improve the services and support we offer. So you didn't just learn from us, we also learnt from you. Our graduands here today have found a route to success, a route that is as unique as they are. Their journey here at Macquarie will in turn guide and inspire the next generation of students that follow them. Part of our vision for tomorrow involves further developing our campus and boosting our capacity for research. Over the past few years, we built new facilities, including the Macquarie University Hospital, the Australian Hearing Hub, the Simulation Hub, and a state-of-the-art media centre in the Faculty of Arts. Each of these are world-class facilities. But there's more to come, and we're looking forward to the next exciting phase of Macquarie's development, which will include, amongst other things, the development of a new arts precinct, new laboratories, new teaching spaces, and a new law school building. Over the coming years, we will enhance our facilities to ensure that Macquarie remains at the cutting edge of world research. Our campus master plan paints a bold and connected vision of Macquarie's future, a future where research and learning come together to solve the big questions facing our world. Our aim is to provide Macquarie students with the tools and facilities they need to find the answers. Here at Macquarie, we're proud to boast a global network of alumni numbering over 184,000 graduates living across more than 140 countries. We have more than 4,000 staff, nearly 40,000 students, and hold a ranking in the top 2% of universities in the world. We're developing at a rapid pace, but are proud of our heritage and our beginnings. Scientists and engineers at Macquarie work on tomorrow's technology, next door to our museums that house some of the world's most ancient artefacts. Our medical scientists look for cures, while our leading business minds develop new economic models for growth and prosperity, with Macquarie providing the conduit and space for critical thinking and imagination. This balance of world-leading knowledge and facilities, coupled with Macquarie's spectacular natural beauty, gives members of our community the freedom to think and grow. We want Macquarie to always be a leader in teaching and learning, and a leader in the accumulation of knowledge and understanding. It's a unique environment, and a unique community of scholars and friends. In just a few minutes, it will be my great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of Macquarie University's alumni. Also at today's graduation, it is our pleasure to honour, in accordance with a resolution of the University Council, Mrs Liz Ellis, AO, for admission to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa of Macquarie University. I now invite Professor S. Bruce Doughton, Vice-Chancellor, to read the citation. Professor Doughton.
I invite Mrs Liz Ellis, AO, to please stand for the citation. Elizabeth Ellis, AO, known throughout this country as Liz, is a former captain of the Australian national netball team. Indeed, she is the most capped Australian netballer ever, representing Australia on 122 occasions. Ms Ellis captained the Sydney Swifts to 4 league titles, is a 3-time World Netball Champion and 2-time Commonwealth Games gold medalist. In 2007, after leading Australia to a win at the Netball World Championship in Auckland, Ms Ellis retired from netball. And since her retirement, she has been a commentator on netball for the ANZ Championship and at international test level. She has worked for Fox Sports and Network 10, and since last year for the 9 Network. Mrs Ellis is one of our own and holds a degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Law from Macquarie University, and worked as a practicing solicitor in property and infrastructure law for 4 years before starting her own business in the year 2000. Conducting netball coaching clinics around New South Wales. Mrs Ellis is an ambassador for Macquarie Sports, coaching netball at schools and clubs nationally, and has calculated that she has coached enough children to fill Sydney's ACR Arena twice over. In January 2018, Mrs Ellis became an officer of the Order of Australia for distinguished service to netball as an elite player and coach through support and advocacy for young women, as a contributor to the broadcast and print media industries and to the community. She has previously been recognised in 2009 Australia Day honours as a member of the Order of Australia for her services to netball and the encouragement of women in sport. Mrs Ellis has also been recognised with alumni awards from Macquarie University in 2007 and again earlier this year. When featured in our magazine Sirius, the University Alumni magazine, Mrs Ellis commented that it's a real honour for your old university to still want to claim you and continue the relationship. Actually, the honour is ours. Deputy Chancellor, Macquarie University is proud to claim Ms Elizabeth Ellis AO as one of our own, and it is with great pleasure that I present her to you for the award of the degree Doctor of Letters honoris causa in recognition of her remarkable sporting achievements and her contribution to the community, particularly through her work with young sportswomen.
Mrs Liz Ellis AO, in the name of the Council and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr Elizabeth Ellis AO. It is now my great pleasure to invite Dr Ellis AO to deliver the occasional address.
Thank you, Deputy Chancellor Mason and Vice-Chancellor Bruce Doughton. Well, I feel like in receiving an honorary doctorate, it took me a lot more work than it did to receive my Bachelor of Arts and my Bachelor of Laws. That was a 6-year effort. This has been a 45-year effort, so here I am. It is a huge honour to be here today, and I'm not going to speak for too long because I was going to say it wasn't that long ago that I was sitting where you guys are, but sadly it was 22 years ago. I'm much older than I look, due to the wonders of modern makeup. But it's an honour to be here today, and I have thought long and hard about, I guess, what I can tell you and what advice I might give you. And you're going to get lots of advice from lots of different people, but the thing that I have learned through the course of my career, and it is an accidental career, I still sometimes pinch myself that I have a career doing what I loved to do when I was a little girl, which was netball and talking. And, and I was pretty good at netball and I'm excellent at talking. So I could talk for a couple of hours, but I won't do that to you. I do have to pinch myself. And sometimes I wonder how I got here. You know, I only started playing netball by accident. One of Mum's friends, a lady by the name of Sheila Ether, and netball women always have terrific names like Sheila. They're women you don't mess with. And so much so that actually once I got told by Angus Houston, who was running the Defence Force, that he said any woman who runs a netball association could run the army. And I have been scared of those women, and I know what he's talking about. So Sheila rang my mum and said, Margaret, does Elizabeth want to play netball? And Mum said, no. No, look, she's a bit of a bookworm, and she's not very coordinated, so I don't think sport's for her. Sheila taught me a great lesson, which is you don't take no for an answer. No means go away and find another way to ask the question. Sheila rang my mum back about a week later and said, Margaret, you won't believe what I've just said on the television. Did you know that 92% of kids who end up as juvenile delinquents had never played team sport? And Mum was stunned by this revelation and eventually agreed that I could play netball as a 7-year-old on the proviso that I could stop when if I didn't like it. So it took me 27 years to decide to stop, and my career took me from the courts at Windsor, where I grew up in Western Sydney, really to netball courts all over the world, and I feel very fortunate to have had that career, but it's an accidental career. But interestingly, it sort of summarises my entire career. Yes, I have an arts law degree from Macquarie University, and I practiced for 5 years as a solicitor. But I still find myself thinking this job that I have didn't really exist when I was at school. It didn't even exist to a degree when I was at university. So who knows what opportunities are out there for you. But the best way, when I reflect back on my career, I think the thing that has got me to the point where I've been able to define what my career is now, that I get to talk about my sport, that I get to talk, that I get paid to go and sit and watch games of netball and tell everyone what I think about them, that's like gold. That's the sort of career I would have dreamed about as a kid. What got me there was not passion. People will say to you, follow your passion, follow your dreams. That's okay, but there's a bit of stuff to be done between where you are now and being able to follow your dreams and your passion. There's a saying that says if you find something, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And with all due respect, I call BS on that. Because I do what I love, but I work every day, or almost every day. And that's okay, because the hard work is the fun. When I first started playing netball, and especially as I started to go through the ranks and got towards the Australian team, I used to hate fitness training. I used to hate getting up early on a Saturday morning and going to some random beach assigned by our fitness trainer and getting flogged. I hated it. By the end of my career, I loved it, because I knew that that was the stuff that got me to do what I was passionate about, which was playing netball. And that's what a good metaphor for your career. For me, I wanted to eventually, one day, be able to talk about netball for a living, but I had to do the hard work to get there. Do not be afraid of the hard work. Your hard work fuels your passion fuels your hard work. For you, you've all got ideas about where you want to be and what you want to do, and if you don't know what you want to do when you grow up, that's cool, neither do I really. But understand that the hard work is what will get you there. When I first started doing media, I did jobs for free. I answered every phone call, I returned every phone call and said, yep, I'll be at your radio station at 5:45 a.m. for a 2-minute interview. There were plenty of girls who didn't want to do that. And they're not the ones now talking about netball for a lot of money. It's tops, right? So I would say to you, do the hard work. Yes, follow your dreams. Yes, be passionate about what you're doing. But that doesn't mean you don't have to work hard. You in fact do have to work hard. But the best part of this is that you have been given this great grounding by Macquarie University. And I'm grateful for the 6 years I spent here. It took me a year longer to do my degree because, I mucked around a bit throwing and catching. But I'm so grateful for the time that I had here, because the thing that I took from Macquarie was not that this university teaches you all the answers. It doesn't. I didn't walk out of here knowing all the answers. I didn't walk out of here knowing everything I needed for my degree, but I walked out of here knowing how to find the answers. And that's the difference between this university and a lot of other universities. You will learn how to find the answers here. You've done that. You're here on your graduation day having figured out how to find all the answers. So congratulations to you. Do not be afraid of the hard work. Do not be afraid, though, to follow your passion and follow your dreams and do the hard work to get there. A couple of other things that will help you as you go on your way, and what I've discovered. Turn up on time. Return your phone calls. Look like you care. Act like you care, and use your manners. You've got no idea how far that will take you in the workplace, the simple things. And remember, if you're presented with a problem and you don't know the answer, that's totally cool. But what you do know is how to find the answers. So good luck finding your answers, good luck following your dreams, good luck pursuing your passions, and good luck enjoying the hard work. Thank you.
Liz is obviously a bit taller than I am. That microphone was quite high. That's why she was in the Australian team and I wasn't. Congratulations and thank you, Dr. Liz Ellis AO, for giving your time today and to be such an important part of today's celebration, and very, very clear and strong advice. Thank you very much. As the newly appointed Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, it's exciting to preside at ceremonies such as today's and confer degrees on those who have complied with the university's requirements for such awards. I now call on our Registrar, Gail White, to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for these awards.
Deputy Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Deputy Chancellor of Macquarie University, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Deputy Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts, and I call on Professor Martina Mollering, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Mollering.
Deputy Chancellor, students and staff in this faculty work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems. They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they will need to understand the world, past, present and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, English, Indigenous studies, geography and planning, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology, and security studies and criminology. Deputy Chancellor, included amongst the graduates today is the posthumous award of Graduate Diploma of Policing, Intelligence and Counterterrorism to Christopher Carter, and we acknowledge his family here today. We celebrate Christopher's achievements as his cohort graduates today. Deputy Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws with first-class honours. Shafa Mohammed. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws with first-class honours. Demi McGowan. Simon Populin. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Liliana Freeman. Jessica N. Palazzolo. Chelsea Woodward. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours. Geraldine Fran Nguyen. Stephanie Marie Italiano. Annabelle Peard. Danujan Sirikrishna Bala. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours. Rebecca Duwercher Hatfield. Anupam Parasha. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Ethan Robert Thomas Graham. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours, Louisa Gabriela Johnson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Audrey Rose Acevedo. Damien King Yuan Chung. Abigail Serway Duse. Tara Jacqueline Herzog. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Curtis William Few. Braden James Sides. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science. Hayden Douglas Bain. Kate Elizabeth Marie Ireland. Danielle Wigston. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Laura Kate Bloomer. Yuan Tung Cheng. Hannah Sandra Chesterton. Gabrielle Chidiak. Daniel Mark Cook. Sofia Isabella Costandino. Gail Dietsche. Amiad Dud. Isabella Eckstein. Oscar Johnson Jacob Elsmore. Ashley Enos. David Fitzpatrick. Rowan Flaherty. Emily Formosa. Zoe Rebecca Gleason. Emily Catherine Holly Goodyear. Jade Gundish. Emmy Whippersey Young. Uranita Karadimas. Svetlana Kim. Alexandra Joan Lindsay. Kylie Little. Gabriela Makowski. Madison Ruby McCoy. Monique Veronica Mercy. Claire Moore. Janetta Music. Nina Natasha Naidu. Madeline Nelson. Aurora Glenn Newton. Patrick John O'Reilly. Sebastian Otoya Barnechea. Bennett Pilkington. Suzanne Kadiri. Emiko Rekic. Marnie Ricketts. Alexa Roberts. Jade Ariel Runge. Cecilia Claire Leanne Sender. Hauran Sun. Andrew Tilley. Stephen Tada Trong. Anne-Louise Van Damme. Nan Wong. Miranda Wheeler McGregor. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies. Grace Laura Karras. Alexandra Sterling Clifton. Thomas George Duloy. Benjamin Shahin Safari. Emily Jane Tuaza. present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Philosophy. Simon David Carroll. Alan John Rawcliffe. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies. Sophia Annette Anichus. Lachlan Jacob Ayub. Karajan Bieli. Charlotte Lorna Bloom. Nicholas Clancy. Thomas Cornock. James Isaac Johnson. Paris Keeley. Tori Shea MacArthur. Connor Peter McLowan. Brett Mercado. Ahmad Milad Pirzad. Ryan Phillips. Dale Picconi. Christian Romanus. Jacques Elias Saad. Ellen Cecini. Benjamin James Thornton. Troy Vincent. Megan Louise Williams. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science. Emily Rose Abrams. Gemma Allen. Shrima Shribista. Harriet Bradbury. Grace Charrington. Jessica Arlene Clark. Jessica Claire Cottle. Bianca Rose Croucher. Kira Lee Derriman. Cassandra Jean Easthorpe. Liam John Flood. Michael Anthony Galizzi. Yun Yu Ha. Emily Hamel. Imafiyi Deborah Idahosa. Bronwyn Olympia Lemo. Baron Lee Sing Rawlins. Tam Wailak. Bryce McCoy. Christina McPhee. Jessie Marie Morgan. Erin Rose O'Toole. Jennifer Christine Roberts. Olivia Alice Shipley. Jemima Jean Smith. Sean Torres Agudo. Peter van Acten. Madeline Patricia White. I present diplomats awarded the Diploma of Languages. Jude Anthony Dominello. David William King. Anne-Marie Lindsay Lopez. Julius John Zondag. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Policing, Intelligence and Counterterrorism with the degree of Master of International Security Studies. Erin Cape Fitzpatrick. Nicholas John Hossack. Stuart Ian Philip Kimball. Conrad Lang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Cybersecurity, Policing, Intelligence and Counterterrorism. Christina Booth. Lucy Amelia Clark. Ottavia Galuzzi. Adebimpa Anita McGregor. Asita Indunil Migama. Jane Pekanter. Navaraj Tapamaga. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Relations. Martha Shiletsi Chungo. Ling Yun Ya. Varita Liviwatanakun. Richard Sousa, who has been awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Harrison Canning Thomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of International Security Studies. Veronica Alfrangi. Samantha Eames. Joshua Harmy Elliott. Georges Mouet. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Policing, Intelligence and Counterterrorism. Jane Boundy. Mark Kopshi Doyle. Ning Lu. Rebecca Emily Moore. Daniel Anthony Palena. Samir Ravindra Padran. Lauren K. Shingles. Daniel Garth Vaughan. Daniel Aaron Robert Werner. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Politics and Public Policy. Angela Rachel Budai. Laura Therese McMillan. I present the diplomat awarded the Graduate Diploma of International Security Studies, Johannes Jacobus Baal. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Grant John Castellin for a thesis entitled The Ethics of Embryo Research and the 14-Day Rule. Karina Louise Hart for a thesis entitled Young Australian Accountants as Gold Collar Migrants, Class, Professional Socialisation and the Life Course. Bailey Liu for a thesis entitled Cooperative Principle and Cohesion in Chinese Social Media Texts, the Case of Weibo Discussion on Women's Role. Rasna Prajapati for a thesis entitled Caste System Among Nepalese Migrants in Sydney, Australia. Vinciel Ray Rodriguez for a thesis entitled Inactive Social Cognition, the Interplay of Mind, Language and Culture. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Kylie Ann Flack for a thesis entitled Packaging the Past for Children, Australian Historical Novels and Picture Books for Children since 1945. Dr. Julius Mavis Germain for a thesis entitled Self-Knowledge and Its Anomalies. Dr. Lukas Benedikt Hofstetter for a thesis entitled Class Formation in the Global Field of Finance, a comparative study of Frankfurt and Sydney. Dr. Matthew Martin Wainscott for a thesis entitled Class Politics and Ideology in Revolutionary Egypt. Dr. Jennifer N. McLaren for a thesis entitled Irish Lives in the British Caribbean, Engaging with Empire in the Revolutionary Era. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the Bachelor of Science, Bridget Louise Campbell. Deputy Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Deputy Chancellor, I call on Mr. Richard Sousa, who has graduated today with a Master of International Relations, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Mr. Sousa.
Good afternoon, everyone. Deputy Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests, what a privilege to be able to speak on behalf of the graduates of the Faculty of Arts today. When I first spoke with Ken, the graduations manager, to get an idea of what things I should speak about, Ken said, well, arts is such a diverse faculty, so I thought, what is it that we all have in common? And concluded, well, frankly, lots. But as graduates, curiosity and a drive to make a positive change. What an amazing group of people we have here today moving into the world to help shape it for the next generations to come. I thought, how can I possibly capture the words, the opinions, the thoughts of such an eclectic group that includes philosophers, sociologists, lawyers, historians, politicians, and many more, and describe what today must be feeling like, only to say that we are all ready to launch from this amazing base called the Macquarie community that over the last few years has inspired us, challenged us, engaged us in critical thought and self-reflection, preparing us to leave with a fresh outlook and the ability to help shape our roads ahead. So what are those roads ahead? That's really difficult to say. However, with so much to explore and with so much happening in the world today, I can only reflect on my own journey that I can share with you today and say that our trajectory as it unfolds will unlikely be linear as we attempt to leave our mark. I started life as a physicist, a young man with an early thirst to explore the world scientifically and contribute to it somehow. But the crossroads between science and humanity kept bumping into me, and the curiosity, as it often does, stepped in. Physics showed me that the world of science, where trillions of atoms live together in an extremely complex environment, works with balance and harmony. Yet this complex world we live in lacked those attributes. So I packed up and went back to uni and transformed into the world of commerce and business to explore the world yet again through a different prism this time, to better understand why harmony can't exist in this world. Fast forward a little more, this man, now a little older, now with a family, and perhaps with a different outlook, find myself transforming yet again to explore the world through a different lens into politics and international relations, to yet better understand the world, why the world doesn't live with harmony and peace. This journey for me continues and has morphed without a deliberate plan, just an open road, a curious mind and a community like this one to help explore new ideas, test them, recalibrate in a nurturing environment before launching again into the world community. It's from this platform that I can say Macquarie University has been the perfect place to safely explore and debate ideas, to learn, reflect, feed curiosity and grow. The teachers, mentors at Macquarie have been instrumental in that journey that ultimately finds us all here today, ready to be part of more complex communities that enmesh into one amazing global society, ready to be shaped by us, if only just that little bit. So congratulations to everyone here today. We've made it. We've made some long life connections and are now part of a family called Macquarie. And although I'm curious to what the future may bring, I have no doubt that with this community in front of me here today, it'll be nothing short of amazing. Thank you.
I'll confer your degree again. Congratulations, Richard, and thank you for those reflections on your study at Macquarie University. You've certainly reminded many people here today of their own experiences. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ms. Angela Brewer, and it was a wonderful performance. Please also join me in thanking our musicians. On the organ, Dr. James Forsyth, and on the trumpet, Ms. Melanie McLaughlin. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank the representatives from our alumni community who have come today to help you celebrate this occasion. Thank you. Graduates, this ceremony marks the end of one stage in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today on, for the rest of your lives, you are part of the bigger Macquarie family, our alumni, and part of a network of over 184,000 Macquarie graduates spanning the globe. We'll keep in touch with you through our Alumni Relations Office and hope you'll come back here to attend functions, undertake more study, I think there were some eye rolls just then, or simply visit the campus. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I encourage you to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and inquiry, set ambitious goals for yourselves, and continue the hard work that has already brought you so far. Continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. My hope is that, as graduates of Macquarie University, you will use what you have learned not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of the community. Believe it or not, you, each and every one of you, can change the world. You don't have to be a Nobel Prize winner to do it. Because everything you do matters, in your homes, in your workplaces, and in your communities. You will touch the lives of many and make a huge difference. The consequences of every effort, every action, large or small, can reverberate throughout society, through the decades and indeed through the centuries. Even something as simple as a kind word or gesture can often be the spark that ignites a great life, a great career, or a great achievement. And in all you do, I ask you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. I hope also that you will always remember the people who have helped you along the way, many of whom are here with you today. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them for it, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. Firstly, I'd like to ask all our new graduates to please stand. Please place your degrees on your seats and turn around to your family and friends who have come here to support you today. Now please give them a very large and loud round of applause. Now, if you turn this way, here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff, many of whom have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Please remain standing. Shortly, I'll lead the official party out, and it will be my great honour to invite our newest graduates and their family and friends to join us for refreshments in the Macquarie. Before I do so, I'd like to wish you the very best for your futures. I now invite everyone to please stand and remain standing until the last graduate has processed out. Congratulations, graduates, and good luck.